Hey, welcome back. Today is April 8th, Thursday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into Theta token, Theta USD, and see what is going on in here, I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 US. And I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculation and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what's going on in this market first. Most importantly, I have to take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we have Bitcoin dominance down about 0.8%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up over 3%. Total altcoin market cap up over 5%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, I will usually see Bitcoin leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. Let's go over to the weekly time frame here. For Bitcoin dominance is now my focus still, as we have seen quite a bit of falling wedges in the past on this weekly time frame. In the past 2 instances, they did break to the upside, okay? So right now, we are in a falling wedge ourselves right now. If Bitcoin dominance here continues downwards, that's more ideal for the altcoins. However, if Bitcoin dominance actually changes course and goes back upwards, not as ideal for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin here on the weekly time frame. As I have mentioned, there is still bearish divergence playing out right now. The safer signal, as I've been mentioning, to look for, at least I am looking for, would be a higher high on the price action chart, along with a higher high on the RSI to tell me that this bearish divergence is done playing out. So the last high RSI reading I'm looking to beat would be from this high right here of about over 75 here, okay, or about 75 here. Monthly time frame, we have been having bearish divergence for quite some time, has yet to yield a red candle until now, but we're still very early into the month to say anything conclusive. Not something I lose track of, because do take a look into the past couple of times, we did have Bitcoin in very overbought territory, along with bearish divergence as well. Okay, so if Bitcoin pulls back at any time, as we have seen yesterday, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That effect will be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. On the daily time frame here for Bitcoin, as we have had a pullback for the past 2 days, we did get support at about the 56K level. Right now, it does seem more like an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is still a generally bullish pattern. Let's see if we can actually get a close again on top of this daily 21 MA and flip this resistance back into support. Okay, if we are, then the next resistance here will be about the 60K level before the 62K level, about there from past trading history. Let's go over to Theta and take a look into what is going on in here. Let's take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily, which I consider to be macro time frames, and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here. we're currently about 98. So in very overbought territory here. That's 98 out of 100. Weekly time frame here, we're currently about 88 here. Okay, so still in overbought territory. And if the price action was to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of over 95 here to negate bearish divergence. And bearish divergence, more often than not, can still signal a pullback. Three-day time frame here, we're currently about 82, and very similar thing could be said here about possible bearish divergence. If we were to make a higher high here on the 3-day time frame, it does still need to beat the last RSI reading of about 95 here to negate bearish divergence. Daily time frame, on the shorter of the macro time frames here, we're about 67, 68, so not in overbought territory right now. And if I am looking for a beat on negating bearish divergence here, I'll be looking at this high, okay, technically. And beating this high on the RSI, which is about 79 to negate bearish divergence here on the daily time frame. Let's take a look into what I could be dealing with here. On the daily time frame here, I do see a symmetrical triangle pattern that is in play. Okay, let me try to straighten up these trend lines. So I do have a symmetrical triangle pattern here, and according to Tom Spakowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, symmetrical triangle patterns have a 60% chance of it breaking to the upside. Okay. Now the measure target here, if it breaks out by the absolute apex of this triangle here, which would be about April 20th. Okay. Also, discounting this wick that's above the pattern, I get a measure target of about $17.80, slightly above that. Okay. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance will be coming from past trading history here that's above the pattern. Okay, $14 coming from this group of wicks right here, in the range of about $14. So even slightly under $14 to about $14 here. Let's say this whole range right here will be about slightly under $14 to as high as almost $15 there. Expect resistance. Next up, about $16. Okay. So even though we have a short-term bullish pattern here, I still would not lose track of the higher RSI readings on the higher time frames, as I have pointed out, as those could be bearish signals. Key supports, daily 21 MA, which is within the pattern. If it breaks this pattern here, the next level of key support I'll be looking at would be from the $11 fib level area. If that does not hold, I could be looking at about the $9 fib level area. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of the symmetrical triangle pattern and going towards its measure target, mining some of the resistances from past trading resistance I have just pointed out. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks this pattern. The next level of support I'll be looking at would be about the $11 fib level area. If that does not hold, I could potentially be looking at about the $9 fib level area and seeing if that holds. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.